Hello folks, and welcome back to another Basic Foodie UK video. Today we're looking at something rather strange which I saw advertised online. It's this, Aunt Bessie's Jam Roly Poly Pale Ale. I would never have thought that the flavours of a Jam Roly Poly and beer would go well together, but you never know till you try these things, I suppose. Firstly though, I'd like to apologise for the length of time it's taken me to get this video out. A couple of weeks ago I took a weekend break in Vienna. It really is a lovely city. Loads to see and do, and I'd recommend anyone to spend some time there if you haven't already. We tried lots of great food in the various cafes and restaurants, including the famous Sasha Tort and this veal schnitzel. When I got home, however, I started to feel unwell, and I discovered I caught the Rona, so apologies, but I've been a bit worse for wear over the past week, but pleased to say I'm back fighting fit. But anyway, back to the beer. The only place I could find that sold this beer near me was Morrison's. It costs £3 a can, which is pretty pricey, so I am holding out a lot of hope that this is nice. For anyone outside the UK, I thought I'd show you some of the usual Aunt Bessie's products you can buy, just to show you why it took me by surprise when I saw their logo on a can of beer. As you can see, they usually sell things like ready-made roast potatoes, Yorkshire puddings, and some desserts, such as the Jam Roly Poly in which it's based. But the last thing I'd expect them to put the name next to would be a pale ale. Anyway, I thought it would be quite interesting to compare the Jam Roly Poly to the beer, so I did pick up the dessert while I was there as well. So, the Jam Roly Poly Pale Ale. Now I love my beers. I'll drink anything from stouts to ales to lagers, not particularly fussy. However, this really isn't something that I would normally buy if I saw it in the supermarket. I mean, who thought of this in the boardroom? I can imagine how the meeting went. Let's create a brand new beer, something that'll be really interesting, grab everyone's attention. Some bright spark said, "Have any of you ever had a Jam Roly Poly? Because I think that would go great in a beer." I mean, they really have thought of it all now, haven't they? But I don't know, maybe I'm missing a trick. I can't say that I've ever thought that jam and custard would pair up well with a pale ale. But I'm no beer expert by any means, so very happy to give this a try. Who knows, it could be the best thing I've ever tasted for a long time. So it's 4.5%. It's made by a company called Northern Monk. I can't say I've heard of that brewery before, but I'm sure they do lots of different things. And the description says, jam and custard pale ale. On the back here it says it's made with plum, apricot, strawberry and custard. Really interested to see what this looks like when it comes out, if it actually has custard in it. It says, for dessert we teamed up with Aunt Bessie's to brew a sweet, fruity pale ale based on the old school classic Jam Roly Poly and custard. And a bit further down here we've got the ingredients. Has the usual stuff you'd expect in a beer, but then it also has other things like strawberry puree, plum juice, what else has got in here? Custard essence, I've no idea what custard essence is. Vanilla extract, apricot essence. So there goes my hopes they just mixed in some pure custard into this. Probably for the best. And at the bottom it repeats that it's 4.5% and it's 440 millilitres in volume. And finally on this side, just give some extra information on the brewery. Looks like it's from Leeds. I'm sure I've tried some other beers from Northern Monk over the years. I just really can't remember. I do drink quite a few. There's information here about it being imported into the EU. I hope this isn't imported into Belgium with all their lovely beers. Here comes the Brits with their jam and custard roly poly beer. And next time I'm in Leeds, I'm certainly checking out the brewery, that's for sure. I thought to go along with the beer, why not just try the actual real deal itself? This was blooming hard to find, this was. The only supermarket round here that seemed to sell it was Morrison's, but it was out of stock for ages. I went back about 3 or 4 times, but we persevered, we've got it, and I'm glad we did, because I'd really like to see if I can taste any of this in that. And the best way to do that is eat them side by side. Very quickly on this, I thought I'd go over the box. Now I have had Jam Roly Polies in the past, but I've never ever had an Aunt Bessie's. It comes frozen only, so you've got to heat it up. It says there's 4 servings in each pack. Here it says real good food in just 2 minutes, made properly, whatever that means. It's 300 grams in weight. Each quarter contains 274 calories, lots of sugars and lots of saturates, as you'd probably expect. On the back here, it gives you all the ingredients and nutritional information. I'll pop this up more clearly on the screen now. Goes without saying, do pause the video if you'd like to take a closer look. And on the back here it says, roll up, This tasty and satisfying Jam Roly Poly is ready to enjoy in just 2 minutes. Perfect when time is short and everyone wants dessert now. Delicious suet pastry, smothered with tasty mixed fruit jam and rolled into the classic pudding. Yum! And on the side here we've got the cooking instructions. You can either microwave or oven cook. Microwave takes a couple of minutes to heat and then a couple of minutes for it to stand after. In the oven you're looking at 35 to 40 minutes. Now it does say on the front of the pack that it's ready to go in 2 minutes. And to be honest, I don't really want to wait 35 to 40 minutes for this, so I'm going to microwave mine just to save a bit of time. Okay, I'll get this out. We'll have a look and see what it's like before cooking. I'll then pop it in the microwave for a couple of minutes to warm it up, and then we can get on to the more important stuff, aka that interesting beer. Oh, okay. Well, there we are. It seems to have cracked a bit on the top, but I'm not too bothered about that. I don't know if that would have happened in transit or if they normally do that, but to be honest, I don't care. With this sort of thing, it's all about quick and easy food, and I'm not too interested in presentation, to be honest. So, Jam Roly Poly all done. It's not particularly hot, so it's only really to defrost it, I think there's 2 minutes in the microwave. But we'll get on to the fun stuff now and pour out that beer. So move this out of the way, and here we are. So, fresh out of the fridge. This is the only one I have. I really hope it doesn't foam up everywhere. I bet you it will. But let's get it opened and poured out. Ah, lucky me. I'm the world's worst pourer as well. The head will probably be huge. Oh my goodness. That does not look appetizing at all. I mean, it looks like soup, or if I was being kind, some sort of foamy fruit juice. That being said, it does have a decent head. It's not disappearing extremely quickly, like some lagers do. And that is cloudy. I thought at first it might just be condensation on the outside of the glass, but that is a cloudy beer. Well, nothing left to do but give it a try. Oh dear me. Oh no. Oh, that's not good at all. I mean, like I said earlier, I'm not fussy when it comes to beer. I'll drink quite a lot of all sorts of weird and wonderful things. But for me, at least my taste, that doesn't work at all. It has almost a sour taste to it. Kind of like a bittery sourness. Really weird. Eesh, no, that's not doing anything for me at all. To its credit, and I don't want to sound like some sort of drinks expert here, but you can taste the notes of plum, jam and custard. Certainly a bit of vanilla. But with these things, usually, it's a very, very delicate hint of all those flavours. With this, it's way too much and it makes the beer taste, in my opinion, disgusting. Maybe it'll get better if I keep drinking it. Let's have a look. No. Really not doing anything for me at all. I hate to say it, but it kind of has like a sick quality to it. That horrible, soury, bittery taste really doesn't work for me at all. The smell to me is just as unappealing. If someone blindfolded me and asked me to smell that, I would say it's like those rhubarb and custard boiled sweets that you get, crushed up and mixed in with a little bit of sick. And I know I'm sounding really harsh on this, and it might just be my palate, and I'm sure it is, but that's exactly what it reminds me of. It really isn't pleasant in my opinion. Oh no, not for me that at all. But let's see how it compares to the real deal. Hopefully it's not put me off the actual Jam Roly Poly. Yeah, really good. If you're a fan of stodgy cakes, you'll love a Jam Roly Poly. That being said, it is a bit sacrilege that I don't have this with custard. I absolutely should have bought some custard, as it is a little bit dry on its own. But nevertheless, and compared to the beer, absolutely worlds apart. This tastes nice. To me, that does not. What if I have a bit of the Jam Roly Poly, and then immediately have a bit of the beer? Will that make it any better? No, not even a little bit. Tastes rank. I've just asked my girlfriend to try some of this, just to see if it's me who hates it. And to be fair, she doesn't mind it. Wouldn't be something that she would have again, but certainly doesn't find it as bad as I do. She said it reminds her of one of those fruity ciders. To me, it doesn't taste like that at all. It just tastes like just awful, just awfulness in a glass. Jam Roly Poly's good though. I definitely recommend that, 100%. I'd say that this has been in the glass now for about 5 minutes, and the head has now pretty much gone. I don't think I'll have any more of that beer. It is actually making me feel a bit sick. I would urge you though, if you come across this in Morrison's, do pick it up and give it a try, because it might just be me. I mean, this must have gone through some sort of taste panel. I'm sure enough people must have liked it to sign it off, and I know everyone's palates are different. I wouldn't consider myself a fussy eater. I mean, I eat pretty much anything, and I enjoy loads of different things as well. There's not really much that I don't like, but for me, that really doesn't work, and it's very, very unlike me to not finish a beer, I can tell you that. Alright, final thoughts for me on these. The Jam Roly Poly, really nice, quick to cook, really tasty. Definitely get some custard if you're going to have it. Thoroughly recommended, really good. The beer, however, really not my cup of tea. I'm certainly not going to recommend this to any of my family or friends. However, it's definitely something a bit different. Really admire them for doing it, I suppose. I'm sure it works for some people. Maybe it's a bit of a Marmite type thing. You either love it or hate it. I'm firmly on the hate side. It doesn't work. And I think the flavours that they've used in the Jam Roly Poly don't really add anything to the beer whatsoever. Give me a regular pale ale any day. And for that, I personally wouldn't recommend it. However, if you are looking for something that is different, tastes different, smells different, looks different, maybe you've tried every other pale ale out there in the world, then yeah, sure, give it a try, go for it, see for yourself. But if you do try this, or you have tried this, please let me know in the comments what you thought about it. I'll be really interested to see if it's just me that doesn't like this, or if I'm just talking nonsense. But thank you very much again for watching this. Really hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was useful. If it was, I try to do things like this very regularly, at least once a week. Always open to suggestions if you've got any. Just pop them down in the comments. And also consider subscribing if you haven't already. It obviously really helps out the channel, keeps me motivated, and you get the bonus of not missing any of these weird and wonderful reviews. I never thought I'd do this, but I'm off now to donate this beer to the girlfriend, and I can't see myself ever buying this ever again for as long as I live. Thanks again, and bye for now. Thanks for watching, really hope you enjoyed the video. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and also press the like button if you enjoyed this one. We'll bring you another one again very shortly.